Whoops. Okay, time to spread this around. Get that set up there. And okay. Just gonna wait for a sec to see how many people decide to come in here. And then I'll get her started. I know I'm running late though. No, we're just gonna mute that. There we go. I should probably go to my journal. So I can bring up the match card. Alrighty. I'm surprised. Just 3? Huh. Oh, that's a little disheartening. No offense to the viewers present, of course. no, forget it. Let's get this show on the road. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am your play-by-play guy, Mark Wondersham, and welcome to another episode, a special episode of XPWL Wednesday Night Whirlwind. Tonight, we're having a bit of a Halloween theme tonight, as you're soon to find out as we get set for our opening contest, which will pit the Syndicate members, the Yellow Signal and Techno Jones, against the combined forces of Kiddio, of course, the XPWL Tag Team Champions. Ace and PJ will be the ones in the tag team tonight, as they are the title holders. And they will be accompanied to the ring by Buddy Goodfellow, as the Syndicate will also be accompanied to the ring by the Dark Queen. That's a good point, Ryu. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. We've made a slight adjustment to the stage for tonight. Again, it isn't much. People might not even notice. What the? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, something went wrong here. Hold on. If we're going to do this, we're going to do it right. No elaborate entrances? Are you friggin' kidding? You guys ain't getting away with that. You're getting your entrances. Now sit down! Stupid thing. Hell, I didn't even get the chance to show you guys what the stage looked like yet because nobody made an entrance. Ah. You stupid game. Of course. Maybe Marasmus is lurking. So now, for your viewing pleasure, a double loading screen! This reminds me of WWF Attitude for the PlayStation 1. Those loading screens sucked. A lot. And I've lost a viewer already! Shit. Oh well. Nevertheless, it's not going to stop this event from happening. Besides, I do this for fun. Can we just get Magic Mirror to count it? Why would we get Magic Mirror to count it? Ah, okay. I don't know. You would figure for a game I actually downloaded digitally onto the system as opposed to 2K19, which I have on a disc, you would figure it would load a little better being all on the system, right? But no. Of course not. Absolutely, positively. No. You can hear that guy over in the concession stand.
Start the match already. What the hell is taking so long?
That's a good question. There we go. Now, are we going to get entrances this time? There we go. Wonderful. And much like we figured, the Syndicate's going to enter together here. You can barely see the stage, guys. That's not really fair to us. I mean, we put a lot of work into trying to get the stage to look better for this particular day. Oh, it says a different town every time we enter into another match. Here we go, the Syndicate on their way down. Looks like they forgot to light the props at the front of the stage. Oh well, there'll be another opportunity, I'm sure. Either way, a very happy Halloween to all of you. And we hope you guys enjoy tonight's program. As Techno Jones, the Signal, and the Dark Queen make their entrance. You gotta figure this is an interesting combination considering the Dark Queen is helping the Syndicate. No problem, Hannah. Always glad to see you. You haven't missed anything. The opening contest is actually just starting. Now that the Syndicate's out here, we're awaiting their opponents. Of course, I still think it's a fluke victory that they ended up winning the Tag Team Championship. And a question that was brought up earlier was whether or not Kitty-O customized the Tag Team titles yet. Honestly, I kind of hope not. But if they did, I'm a little afraid of what they're going to have. Oh, God, what the hell are those? Oh, they did, too. And each one of them has one. That's even worse. Kitty-O spending the extra money not only to get custom belts made, but they made a third one just so that one of them would have a title of their own. The Tag Team Championship is meant to be a two-man tag team system, but Kitty-O has made an extra title belt just for their third member. Does this mean they're going to implement the Freebird rule? For those who are unfamiliar with the Freebird rule, it means that there are multiple members of a stable. A Freebird rule is when any two members of one stable can defend the Tag Team Championship. And it's the choice of the champions, nobody else's. So they choose who defends the titles for each match, and it doesn't have to be the same ones every time. If Kitty-O's planning on implementing the Freebird rule, that puts them at a distinct advantage over the competition, having a third member that if one of them can't defend the title, they can swap out for one of their other members. So with Kitty-O now on top of the tag team world here, you gotta wonder, how often are they going to use the Freebird rule? Like, these guys are not exactly what I would call rule breakers. Again, they're loved by little kids out here, but they're hated by the adult fans, just because, well, you know, case in point, they are musicians for children. They came to the Extreme Battlefield, but nobody really knows why they did. The thing is, though, they've been a big success here. You can't deny that. Yellow Signal picking up Ace Manners here for the Fireman's Carry, spinning him around, and a cutter, dropping Ace right on his face, and Ace immediately dives in for the tag. He'll tag in his partner, PJ Styles, who gets caught in a hip toss right out of the chute. Buddy down there on the floor trying to help Will Ace back to his feet here. PJ rams into the turnbuckle hard. And a nice Fireman's Carry rollout by the Yellow Signal. And it looks like he's going for a fist drop. And he hits it. PJ stuck on the wrong side of the ring here with Techno Jones and the yellow signal firmly keeping Kideo away from each other so neither one of them can make the tag. PJ hasn't been able to mount any kind of offense since he got into the ring. That hip toss really messed him up, and it looks like he's about ready to start making a comeback here as he grabs a hold of the yellow signal, and a nice vertical suplex by PJ Styles. Kideo, of course, trying to spread their message of music to the fans here at the XPWL arenas. Of course, the kids don't seem to mind at all. You know, it's all kid-friendly music. And by the looks of it, we're also getting messages coming in about the whole debacle between Luigi and Mario. Of course, if you watch Saturday Night Slam Masters, you'll know that Mario left his brother basically for dead. And not only that, but stole the Cruiserweight title not only from the Syndicate, but from his own brother. I mean, Mario was out there trying, supposedly, to help Luigi not only beat the Syndicate, but retrieve the Cruiserweight title. And then instead of him getting it back, his own brother waffled him in the back of the head with the chair, and then took the belt and tried to get out of town with it. And we haven't seen Mario since. We had one interview that's up on our DeviantArt page at rachidile.deviantart.com. And during that moment, Mario had some pretty distinct things to say about his brother, calling this place a waste of time and saying that Luigi should go back to Nintendo where he was a real success. Honestly, the way he made it sound, it just basically told Luigi that he doesn't need to prove himself to anybody, that he can stay in Mario's shadow and be famous. The thing about that is, and I'm sorry that we're not paying attention to this match. I'm sure the Syndicate and Kideo are going to be upset that we're not talking about them. But in all honesty, Mario taking the Cruiserweight title and telling Luigi that he has a choice. Either he gives up his title and goes back to Nintendo, or Mario has vowed to make his time here a living hell. Ace going for a drop elbow. Nice. Falling elbow drop out of the corner. As far as we know, there is something that's going to be announced tonight concerning Luigi and Mario. We're not exactly sure what that is. And Techno Jones hits the detonation kick, and Ace is out of the game here. As Techno Jones getting ready to go for the cover. It's on top. One. Whoa, Buddy pulls the ref out here. That was not exactly a smart idea. Buddy just possibly got himself ejected from the match doing that. But the thing is with the Syndicate's usual cheating ways, I think the reason why Buddy did that is they're fighting fire with fire. You can only cheat so much before people start getting wise to your ideas. And if they're going to cheat and try to get away with it, then there's nothing saying that Kideo can't try to do it either. If the ref is that blind, like, you know, we do have a rule set here, except remember, this is the Extreme Battlefield. We don't say anything can happen here. Most shit does happen here. And that's anything from a children's rock band winning the tag team championship to a Syndicate being run by a guy who lets a robot do all the fighting for him until somebody dismantled it. Speaking of robots, we've got a wonderful, wonderful main event lined up for you, as it's a champion versus champion match, as we have Robroman taking the international champion, taking on Eric Anderson, the world champion, in our main event tonight. Later, we also have another main event, a Hell in a Cell Tornado Tag Team match that was requested by Cynical Flitter and Lin Shui, as Brutal Light Sparkcake and Rare Fruit will be locked in the cell tonight to take on both Lin and Flitter, who have been chomping at the bit to get a shot at Rare Fruit recently. And this whole thing with the cell came about because Rare Fruit did not want to fight Flitter in a steel cage. Nevertheless, we're having a change here as the yellow signal gets tagged in, and Ace cuts him off from a running attack standpoint, clocks him right in the gut. And Ace now with a nice drop kick on the yellow signal, and he's measuring him now. The Dark Queen's been pacing around like a wild cat for the last 5 minutes. Ace gets... Oh, Ace is setting up. 1, 2... And a near fall, and again, the Dark Queen back to pacing around the ring like a rabid wolf. As Ace and PJ exchange another tag. Well, PJ going to the second rope here. And turns around. Is he going to do an elbow drop too? He is, and he hits! Oh! You know what? This is one of the times where I'll say this time the referee should have had his eyes open. Even for the Syndicate, if people were watching, they would have seen that elbow drop hit right downtown. The yellow signal taking an elbow shot to the groin by PJ Styles. The Dark Queen finally going back into her corner, and PJ, he calls that the base step. 1, 2, and the yellow signal kicks out at 2. PJ actually coming very close to ending this match. And the yellow signal clocks him in the chest. Hard punch right to the face. And PJ with an arm drag takeover as the yellow signal now running into a bit of problems here with PJ. PJ's on a roll here right now. Uh-oh. Oh no, they ram into each other, but nobody gained any ground on that one. PJ Irish whip into the corner. Turns the yellow signal around. What's he going to do? Oh, nothing. The yellow signal catches him right in the mouth with his boot. And PJ with a bulldog right there in the corner. But I don't think he's got enough energy to capitalize. What the hell's the Dark Queen doing? She just threw a chair into the ring. The ref clearly sees it, but he's not doing anything. And the signal's really pounding on PJ here. PJ is draped across the bottom rope. Uh-oh, is the yellow signal going to do what I think he's doing? Oh! Double kick right to the face. PJ might be unconscious at this point. That was flush, right on the money. Oh! And Techno Jones mixing it up with Ace there. Yellow signal picks Ace up. Ace coming too. He's getting out of the ring. Ref grabs a hold of the chair, sends it out through the ropes. Irish whip into the corner by PJ. PJ chucks the yellow signal out onto their side of the ring. And is he going to do that torpedo DDT that we've been getting used to seeing from other people? Yes, he is. And the yellow signal goes down. Ace trying to get the crowd behind him. The crowd's actually getting into this match. Oh, what a hard, vicious clothesline out here on the floor. I think we're up to 5 here in this match. Count out. We're at 6. PJ goes down after a groin shot from the atomic drop. Oh my God! Elbow drop. They're really pushing it out here. And PJ slides back into the ring. We might have a count out here. We do! Rachidile with the upset here, getting a count-out victory over the Syndicate. There's that detonation kick that Ace took. I think he's probably going to want to go take a look at it, or at least get the EMTs to look at his ear. Like, he got kicked flush right in the head. And there's that double boot right to PJ's face. Rachidile victorious in this match, albeit by countout. And who the hell threw that trombone out there? These guys love to party, I gotta admit, but I can't believe that these guys are the tag team champions. And not only that, they knocked out the Syndicate, albeit by countout, but still, that's a pretty impressive feat. Anyway, I suppose we should move on to the next match, which will be a cruiserweight match. You could be right, you could be wrong. It's okay. Either way, it's Halloween. The superstars, or at least some of them, are having fun. Here we go, getting ready for our next match. As I said, it's a cruiserweight contest. Enrique Suavo will be taking on the prize fighter, Nick Butcher, who's apparently obtained the managerial services of Thomas Chuckwagon. Chuckwagon, of course, being one of our main managers. He's been here for a long time. He has specific clients, and apparently he just acquired a contract deal with Nick Butcher to be his manager. So, by the looks of it, we're going to have to put up with him being out there barking orders, just like we're used to with other matches before we started filming. Loading screens suck. There we go. Here we go. I believe this will be the first time that Nick Butcher and Enrique Suavo have ever met one-on-one. Either way, this should be an interesting match. Did nobody think to put candles in our jack-o'-lanterns? There's one of our coffin props, anyway. Yeah, possible. Suavo making his way out here. The guy that he's facing, the one he originally lost the Cruiserweight Championship to, before Luigi took it off of Butcher. Again, you guys will remember that Enrique Suavo defended the Cruiserweight Championship in that fatal 4-way steel cage match. And unfortunately, Suavo would come out of that without the championship, as Nick Butcher would be the one to take it out of the cage that night. Suavo's fired up. He's ready to go. Here we go. Nick Butcher on his way out here. Taking his sweet time to get out here, though, I got to admit. There he is. Again, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to come and watch our broadcast, of course. We always appreciate it, no matter how many viewers we get. Still to come tonight, of course, that big Hell in a Cell match. An 8-man ladder match with a contract on the line. Not exactly sure what it's for. No problem, Steve. Enjoy your trick-or-treating. As the match gets started, you gotta figure, will Chuck Wagon have to play any role in this match? I mean, these two are pretty respectable competitors, and while Butcher's not exactly the greatest guy in the world to get along with, he's never had to really cheat to win. Suavo working over Butcher's arm. If Butcher can't hook on the guillotine choke, he's not going to be able to finish this match. But then again, him and Suavo are no strangers to each other, and they're definitely no strangers to getting hurt. These two have been in some of the most brutal cruiserweight multi-man matches imaginable. Stretcher German suplex. Crossing the arms across, or just underneath the chest. And an exploder suplex, and Suavo is in trouble here. Having trouble getting out of the chutes. But he's trying to make a comeback here. Nice reverse DDT. And, oh, again, Butcher answers with a hard uppercut. Tried to go for a rolling sweep. Suavo was wise to it. Irish whip, nothing come of it. Front face lock. Butcher comes in. Grabs him. Oh, my God. What? Some kind of knee breaker, I would think. He crossed Suavo's legs, and then he dropped him into a sitting position. And a backbreaker for good measure. Butcher getting Suavo up in a Death Valley driver. Locks in the head scissors and starts taking the point of the elbow right to Suavo's head. And Butcher crossing the legs. He's going to go into the sit-out Death Valley driver, holding the pin. 1, 2. No, only a 1 count on that. And I think Butcher's setting up. Is he going to go for the guillotine choke? He does, and he's got it locked. He's got it locked in. And Suavo just shy of the ropes, but he can't make it. And Suavo breaking out of it. And again, Suavo's going to do it again. Oh! And Butcher is really on fire tonight. Oh, Suavo, nice Russian leg sweep. Good form there. And Suavo doing a little posing. Not exactly sure if this is a good idea. You don't want to leave Butcher long to catch his breath. Another nice reverse DDT. And Suavo's going up top. Is he going to go for that leg drop of his? And he hits it. Goes right into the cover here. 1, 2, and Suavo kicks out. Sorry, Butcher kicks out, sorry. I'll give Chuck Wagon credit. He hasn't bothered getting involved in this match. At least not yet. Oh my God, Suavo with an STO driving Butcher's head right into the second turnbuckle there. As he gets Butcher up, kicks him in the side of the head, and splashes him on the back. I think Butcher's at the dinner here. No, he's not. He's still in the game. Fireman's carry. Gets him in and gets a hold of Suavo. Slaps him right across the face there. What in the hell is this guy doing? Getting up on the top rope here. And double knee drop right to the stomach. Butcher hitting Suavo with everything here. 1. No, only a 1 count. And Butcher obviously frustrated. He thought it was over there. Second rope, and a nice cannonball senton off the ropes, and an elbow drop on top of that. Nice. Good form. Butcher kicking Suavo right in the face, and Suavo with a dragon screw leg whip. Trying to get the crowd behind him as Suavo again tries to get back to work on Butcher, but Butcher can't hold on to him long enough. And Suavo's going up top again. Is he going to go for another leg drop? He is. Hits it flush. Going for the cover. He's got it. 1, 2. And Suavo, no, a kick out. Suavo taunting Butcher here. Butcher having a little bit of a hard time trying to stay up. Butcher thrown into the corner here. Suavo tries to capitalize, but Butcher takes him down. And Suavo is bleeding. Again, Butcher with the point of his elbow right into Suavo's face. This might not turn out very pretty for him. Butcher is putting on a clinic in here. Ooh. Butcher dragging Swabo over to the corner, or over to the ropes. Uh-oh, what is he doing? Oh, up and over the shoulder and a hard kick right to the head. Swabo got kicked right in that spot where he's bleeding, and Butcher puts him away for 3. There's Swabo's Russian leg sweep. Like I said, very nice form, right back to his feet. The leg drop, and it couldn't put him away. In fact, Swabo landed 2 of those, and he couldn't put Butcher away. And here's this kick right into Swabo's forehead. Butcher reigns supreme over Swabo in this fight. Swabo, a bit of a mess out here at ringside. Just heard him hit the floor out there. Kitty-O won by countout, Miss Astria. Oops. Oh, no you don't. Excuse me. Our next match set to be underway soon enough. Extreme Rules match coming up. Mr. Wright, the perfect champion, takes on the younger brother of the world champion tonight. Of course, we're talking about the one last gangstar, Adam Anderson. Who I'm sure can't wait to get himself into a scrap. Unlike his brother, who is very self-conscious of himself, Adam is more of a street punk. So they have very clashing, conflicting differences. Here we go, Extreme Rules match coming up. Here we go, the perfect champion making his way to the ring. Mr. Wright, of course, getting that championship back after losing it to Techno Jones. And then, of course, winning it back not too long ago in a rematch for it. Wright's making his way down here. Well, at least you can finally see the jack-o'-lanterns in the background. There's also a gargoyle statue at the end of the gate that wasn't there in the original stage. That was asked during the opening contest tonight, D-Mod. And again, we will have that addressed tonight. As Mr. Wright awaits his opponent. Anderson wanting a shot at trying to get into contention for either the international or world heavyweight title. He'd love to get to the same pedestal as his brother. Of course, Adam Anderson, a veteran of a few years. He's won quite a couple of XPWL international championships, but the reigns never seem to last very long. You never know. This time he might get lucky. Also, take in mind this is an Extreme Rules match. Anything goes. As we get an opening lockup and a jawbreaker right off the bat. Goes for a gorilla press. Adam Anderson gets out of that, and a nice clothesline to the back of the head. Anderson doing a little bit of showboating here, and it'll cost him as he gets dropped onto the turnbuckle. I guess you could say that, Ryu. Here's the thing, he can win championships, but when it comes time to defend them, he falls short. He has had a few successful title defenses, but he hasn't had that much success with it. He can hold a title for a little while, but he hasn't had a chance to really shine once he wins something. The action starts spilling out here on the floor as, oh, nice DDT by Adam Anderson here. Again, Extreme Rules, so they can do whatever they want out here. Oh, and Anderson ramming Mr. Wright into the apron of the ring, and again, we've got another WWE superstar invading. It's Sheamus. And Anderson going right after him. Oh, Sheamus dropped on the stage here. He should not even be here. And Anderson making good and damn sure he knows it. He hasn't stopped pounding on him since he came out here. Sheamus Irish whipping Anderson back to the ring. Pretty sure I can, Cynical. It's just I keep forgetting to. Either way, it's an Extreme Rules match. You should be able to expect anything like that. Here we go, Anderson and Wright still going at it, and Anderson stomping on Mr. Wright's hand repeatedly, trying to pull him to a vertical base, and Wright fighting back. Nice running neck breaker as he moves out to the floor. I think he's going to go look for some toys under the ring, and that's exactly what he's up to. And he grabs a chair, and Anderson won't let him have it, and he skinned the top of Mr. Wright's head. I think Mr. Wright's bleeding. He is bleeding. You can see it. And again, Anderson going right back to work on that hand. Wow, he's really... I think he's trying to break Mr. Wright's hand here. And a neck snap by Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright actually doing very well. He was doing well in this match. Trying to keep Anderson at bay, but Anderson's been able to counter. Stomping on the arm. A little payback, I guess, for all the times Anderson was stomping on his hand. Going for a suplex, and Anderson gets his knee up as Mr. Wright a little blinded there. And we've got a suplex coming. Anderson's holding it. What a feat of strength there. Being able to hold him up like that. Not only that, but actually kneel down and get back up again a few times. What a feat of strength. And Mr. Wright trying his best here. And Anderson, I think, has his number. Anderson grabs Mr. Wright and a power bomb. And he holds it for a pin. 1, 2, only a 2, but Anderson has the know-how to put it into a Boston Crab. Good idea, wear the guy down. Looks like I'm being joined by a furry friend, as my cat Key has decided to join me on commentating. Hi baby, how you doing? Ooh, Anderson takes a hard kick from Wright on the apron there. Hey you, where are you going? You gonna say hi? I heard you. I know the others heard you. Hi, how you doing, baby? Sorry guys, I just can't say no to my baby girl. Nevertheless, Anderson Mr. Wright hooking up Anderson into a release perfect plex. Going for the cover here. 1, 2, and Anderson kicks out at 2. And Wright is doing a lot of posing. Maybe too much. And it looks like it cost him. Anderson gets up and right out of the chute goes for a hip toss. He completely follows through. And Anderson taunting. Oh, hard fist drop there. He's going for the cover. 1, 2, 3, and he knocks off Mr. Wright with a hard fist drop. What a match. These two put on a pretty decent display here. take you back to some of the action here. Yes, he did, D-Mod. But he usually likes to show off the rings that he's wearing on his fingers. Which, in my opinion, double as brass knuckles, if you ask me. Nevertheless, Anderson walks out of this one the winner. Why? It's okay. He is actually laying down on top of me right now, guys. See you later, Steve. Have a happy Halloween. I believe this is where we are to address the issue that's going on with the Cruiserweight Championship. And to be honest, we don't really have an answer. So there's been an offer put on the table, which should be an interesting offer for the participants that are involved in this next match. An 8-man ladder match with a contract hanging above the ring. Pretty much this ladder match and the contracts usually allude to pretty good prizes. And tonight is going to be no different. This ladder match is going to guarantee the winner a cash in at their leisure, a contract for any championship that's in contention right now. The only restrictions are you cannot go after the Cruiserweight Championship if you're a heavyweight. Nevertheless, there's going to be cruiserweights in this match, and again, the cruiserweights are not limited to that particular decision. Let's see here. Get some contenders in here that truly deserve the shot, of course. Somebody who hasn't had a title shot in a long time. He always wants a chance at one. Just give me a second here, everyone. We're selecting based on specific criterias. And we've been told the last participants that signed up for this match will definitely be in it, which is actually kind of funny considering the factor of who were the last two to sign up for this match to begin with. Remember, this match, what's on the line here is basically a guaranteed shot at any title you want, and you have up until the end of 2018 to cash it in, which could be any time between now and, well, December 31st, 2018. At the very last, if you haven't cashed in or haven't set a date for a title match, then you're out of luck. Nevertheless, this is a guaranteed title match for the person who wins. And by the looks of it, the last two participants to sign up for this match was both Super Mario Brothers. Although I'm not exactly sure if you can call them Super or Brothers anymore. Especially after what happened. Nevertheless, we're going to see it. Tempers may boil here tonight. As we wait for the first combatant, which by the looks of it is going to be Zalanx, the Gold Scorpion. And it is as he makes his way out here. Blanks, of course, waiting for this opportunity that he finally now has a chance. So one can only wonder, again, with 8 men in this match, to the victor goes the spoils. As Zalanx awaits his first opponent here. And it is Ganesha, the Islander, the Island Savage, who again hasn't been seen since Rachidile took the XPWL World Championship out of his possession. Ganesha again having a possibility of getting a title match. The last time he won the right to have a title match, he cashed in successfully and became the new world champion. Although he doesn't have it anymore, you gotta figure just because the factor that this guy is not only a former world champion, but he's a big, tough fighter. I gotta tell you, he is going to be a force to be reckoned with in that ring. Excuse me. The next man to enter is the Russian Giant, Vincent Strongman. You know Strongman would love to get his chance to get the world title back. This might just be his opportunity. The big man really wants that title back. You can tell. And here comes the blue signal. Of course, the yellow signal out here earlier tonight. You gotta figure the blue signal's out here probably on behalf of someone else. The thing is though, is again, this only counts for a title match close to the end of the year. And if he's holding on to that, if he's going to hold on to that contract and try to schedule something, I'm pretty sure Mr. X is in traction, so giving him the contract would be a waste of time. Well, we know who's coming out now. Now that the signal's out here, it must be Axel Stone, and Shiva still has to make his way out here as well. And then we'll see what happens with the Mario Brothers. Again, we haven't seen or heard from Luigi since Mario attacked him. We might be a little pressed for time, so one of our matches, the next match, the Tag Team Tables match, we're going to be moving that to Saturday Night Slam Masters, just so that we can accommodate a few people here. Because I do know that it's late in certain places, and I know that XPWL is broadcasting very late in those places, and I do want those people to get a decent night's sleep. Or at least whatever sleep they can get. So after this match, we're going to move straight into the Tornado Tag Team Hell in a Cell feature that we mentioned earlier this evening. Well, I do want you to be able to compete. I don't want you to fall asleep on your feet, Flitter. Besides, I do want to accommodate you. You've barely missed a stream. I'd feel bad if you weren't able to see yourself in action. Nevertheless, here we go with Shiva making his way out here. Again, Shiva cashing in on a title opportunity on Saturday Night Slam Masters, but coming up short against Eric Anderson. Shiva does have another shot at the World Heavyweight title coming up someday soon, but with this contract, this is a practical guarantee. Nevertheless, since leaving the Syndicate, Shiva has gotten quite the fan following. People are impressed enough by his martial arts skills and his tenacity in the ring. It's unfortunate that he hasn't been able to secure the world title or any title yet, but again, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to get his opportunity. That, and I don't think Shiva's been completely focused on championships to begin with for the last while. Obviously, he had his problems with Mr. X. So now we should be seeing the Mario Brothers as they are the last two to come out. Again, still haven't heard from Luigi. Haven't really heard from Mario either. Mario doesn't really want to be interviewed by any of our staff. He's practically said he wants nothing to do with us. As Luigi makes his way out here, again, unfortunately without his championship, and he looks mad. Like, sure, he's trying to get the fans going, but you can tell on his face, he is not in a good mood. I don't think Luigi can wait for Mario to get out here. I wouldn't be surprised if he actually jumps out of the ring and goes after him. But then again, we're not sure. Mario's made it clear that he does not want Luigi here. He doesn't want Luigi holding one of our championships. He wants Luigi to go home to Nintendo. He wants nothing to do with this wrestling organization. Luigi, on the other hand, does want something to do with this organization. He's the top cruiserweight here. Here we go. Maybe we'll get some kind of answers here. And Mario's coming out, and look what he's got with him. Mario blatantly bringing the cruiserweight title out to the ring with him. He's got a bit of a stone face on him, too. He didn't look too happy to be out here either. I can't believe Mario not only is coming out here, but he's blatantly bringing the cruiserweight title to the ring. But I will say this much, if that's the case and he's bringing the title to the ring, I guarantee you there's a good chance that Luigi might actually be able to get it out of his hands. Mario just called that, and just held up that title, and we could hear him from here. He just yelled out, "You know what this is? It's worthless." And right away, Luigi throwing Mario out to the floor here, and the siblings are going at it right away. Luigi and Mario locking up out here on the floor, and Luigi is not taking any of Mario's crap. We know we're supposed to focus on everybody in the match, but because of the bitterness of the sibling rivalry here, we're going to try to stay focused on Luigi and Mario here, at least until they break up, if they break up. And Mario and Luigi are really taking it to each other out here on the floor, and Mario with a nice Northern Lights suplex. Mario and Luigi just really taking it to each other. Strongman and Shiva trying to fight out here. Ganesha and Blue Signal, and Axel and Zalanx. Again, we're trying to accommodate everybody, but because of the nature and this personal animosity between the Mario brothers, we're trying to keep an eye on them, and Mario drilling Luigi face first into the mat. I can't believe Mario and Luigi are just taking it to each other. And oh my God, the Blue Signal dropped tailbone first, right on the ladder. I don't think Luigi cares about the contract. Him and Mario are fighting up the aisleway here. Northern Light suplex on the LED stage, on the stage ramp. And we're still going. And Ganesha dropping Signal again on the ladder. This time right on his neck. And again, Mario and Luigi are taking the fight all the way up the aisleway here, leaving everybody else behind. And Luigi is really taking things out of here. They're taking this thing all the way up to the frickin' stage. We can barely see everybody here. Somebody's got their hands on the briefcase, though. As Luigi and Mario are still fighting up there on the stage. Mario trips over that coffin. Luigi with an elbow drop. We've got Zalanks, Ganesha, Blue Signal, and Axel all going after the briefcase here. And nobody's paying attention to the Blue Signal except Luigi, who just finally got to the ring. And Luigi gets up there as fast as he can, and Mario followed him out here. And Luigi pushing the Blue Signal down, and oh no, ladder goes down, and so does Luigi. Mario and Luigi, by the looks of it, have changed the direction of this match. Luigi originally beating the snot out of his brother on the stage. He abandoned it to stop Blue Signal from winning the match. If Blue Signal's even still alive, I'll be impressed. Like I said, he got dropped on his tailbone and his neck right on that ladder that's right outside the ring, right beside him. And then when he was in the ring, he was trying to go for the briefcase, and he got knocked off the ladder. And Luigi now with a giant swing on Axel Stone. And Shiva went for the final crash on Mario and missed. And oh my God, Blue Signal's got a 30-foot ladder draped across the apron in the ring. And I have a feeling Luigi was going to go after Ganesha and maybe hit him with the super jump, but Ganesha rolled out of the ring. Zalanks now picking up the ladder, hitting Axel right across the back with it. And Axel, I don't know what the hell happened there. It's like he slid out of the ring. But that big ladder went with him. Somehow gave way under his weight. And now Zalanks up on the ladder. And he's got the briefcase. As Shiva makes his way up there now. It's Zalanks and Shiva up on top. And Zalanks and Shiva exchanging blows up there. The ladder's being pushed by Luigi, but is it going to go over? No, it didn't. And these two up on the ladder really taking it to each other here. And Zalanks and Shiva again. Oh, Mario attacking Luigi from behind. And a sit-out body slam as Luigi's legs get hung up in the ropes. Zalanks and Shiva up above everybody here. And Mario with a belly-to-belly, and he takes the ladder out from under both of them. And a bit of a delayed reaction there as Shiva falls to the floor after hovering in midair for a second. Haven't seen that happen yet. Axel going after Shiva here. Shiva grabbing the ladder off of Axel. And Axel and Shiva fighting over the ladder here. And oh, Axel clocking Shiva in the head. And Luigi with a Goomba stomp on Vincent Strongman. As now Axel going for the briefcase. And Shiva's going to go up after him. Hard right hand, and he's just going to follow through with it. Axel distracted. Luigi with a nice DDT out here on the floor. Both men, Axel and Shiva, are having a kind of a stare down up there. And Zalanks taking it to Ganesha here. Really leveling him. And nobody seems to remember that Shiva and Axel are up there. Everybody's going to keep fighting. Why are they just standing there? Oh, now Zalanks has realized there's somebody up there. And oh, Shiva gets dragged off the ladder and dropped right on top of another one. And Shiva and Zalanks remove the ladder from underneath Axel, and an electric chair drop takes him out of the equation. As now the two martial artists in the ring are set to throw down. By the looks of it, Zalanx has no problem taking it to Shiva. And Luigi, in an impressive show, is taking on Vincent Strongman, a super heavyweight. Somebody much bigger in size and power than he is. And I'll give him credit, he's holding his own. Strongman only now finally causing some damage. And Zalanx up there on the ladder. And oh! Shiva went to try something and he missed. Went to try to, I think he went to go for a cutter. And Zalanx ducked as he jumped for it. And he couldn't get a grip on him and he fell all the way to the mat. Strongman and Blue Signal pulling the ladder out from under them. I didn't even realize it, but Strongman's bleeding. And he's bleeding hard. Mario with a set-out senton on Ganesha here. And Luigi still recovering out here on the floor. And Mario really taking it to Ganesha. That sit-out senton was one thing, but wow. Whoa! Took Ganesha's leg out from under him. And Shiva might have a chance here. He's got a hold of that briefcase. Oh! Manages to hit Axel right in the head. And Axel pulling Shiva off the ladder. As everybody seems to be getting back in. Ganesha's going up to the top now. And Ganesha's got his hands on it. And Blue Signal attacking him. Making sure nothing came of that. Blue Signal and Vincent pulling the ladder out from under Ganesha. And Ganesha drops right onto Shiva's shoulders. What a show of strength by Shiva, catching a guy that's almost 500 pounds. As Luigi back in the ring, Zalanx going for whatever the hell he was doing, some kind of a taunt. And he paid for it. He took a ladder right to his tailbone. And now it's Mario and Luigi, the only two in the ring. And Shiva just hit the final crash on Vincent Strongman out here on the floor. And Mario laying in some heavy shots on Luigi. And the Blue Signal trying to help Mario get him down. Oh my God. These guys are teetering on the ladder. And the Blue Signal pulling Luigi. Pulls him down. And Luigi's going right back up after Mario. Oh! And oh no, Ganesha and Signal take the ladder out from under Mario and Luigi here. Mario rolls out to the floor. Ganesha gets thrown over the top. The Blue Signal and Luigi. And now Vincent Strongman are the only three in the ring. And Strongman is focused on Luigi instead of the Blue Signal. I don't understand this one at all. Oh my God. What a haymaker. Oh. Takeover. Over the head takeover. And Luigi trying to come to again. Zalanx kicking, almost kicking Axel's head clean off. And the Blue Signal has got that. He's got the briefcase again. And now Mario trying to get in there. The Blue Signal has secured the contract because nobody decided to pay attention again. And again, the Syndicate steals one. I guess this is to make up for that count-out loss from earlier. Ugh. Of course somebody has to visit. Well, the blue signal walking out of here with that contract, unfortunately. But we'll have to move on. We've got better things to worry about. This is one of our two main events of the evening. Here we go. Tornado Tag Team Hell in a Cell match. Yeah, by the sounds of it, I have company. My cousins. Ha ha ha. So yeah, if the audio goes dead, it's because I'm unplugging the microphone. Sorry to say, I don't know about you guys, but I do not like people interrupting my broadcast, even family. No offense, of course, to any of them if they were watching this. Nevertheless, this should be an interesting fight, to say the least. Yeah, right, like I'm really gonna do that, Flitter. You hold your hopes way too high. No, it does not. It does not help when you love your family. Here we go. The cell is assembled, and all that's left are the combatants. And of course, somebody's coming down. We've got told earlier that the winners of this match will be challenging the Bloody Symphony at a later date for the XPWL Women's Tag Team Championship. Flitter and Lynn definitely look like they're ready for this. Of course, Flitter's nuts, so, you know, locking her in a cage doesn't seem like a bad idea sometimes. Nevertheless, Lynn and Flitter are going to be going into this Hell in a Cell match looking to win. Of course, Brutalite, Sparcake, and Rare Fruit, no strangers to getting down and dirty when it comes to fighting, but I gotta tell you, Fruity was definitely not gung-ho about getting into this match. Here we go. Brutalite Spark Kick, of course, the leader of the Elements of Insanity. And again, she'll be leading the charge here with Rare Fruit being her partner coming into this match. You gotta wonder though, is there going to be any issues with Rare Fruit even getting into that cell to begin with? Because we already know she doesn't want to be in there. Here we go, Fruity on her way out to the ring here. Of course, Rare Fruit, like she said earlier, she wanted nothing to do with this match. And by the looks of it, one of the masterminds behind helping get this match set up has just made it after streaming himself. So welcome, Nightmare Emperor. Hope you end up enjoying the match. Here we go. The cell has been lowered, and the girls are ready to go as the match begins. I don't know how brutal this match is going to get. Oh, and right off the bat, Lynn with a backslide driver on Brutalite Sparkcake, and Flitter squaring off with Rare Fruit quite quickly here. This is interesting. Lynn and Brutalite going at it. And Flitter and Rare Fruit. Flitter was the one that wanted to get Rare Fruit into a cage in the first place. And now, Fruity's in there with Brutalite, and they're both fighting for survival here. And Lynn gets hung up on the top rope by Brutalite. We've got a bedlam going on here. Front face lock on Rare Fruit, and grabs her by the hair, slamming her head first into the mat. These girls did not come here to play marbles. They came here to fight. And Flitter and Fruity are really taking it to each other. Lynn having a bit of trouble with Brutalite. German suplex that ended up getting countered. And now Brutalite punishing Lynn. Going to the top rope here. Oh! Hard body splash. Fruity and Brutalite starting to take control of this match. And oh, hard DDT. Brutalite immediately going for the cover here. 1, 2. Oh, Fruity with the sit-out senton. Drops right on Flitter. I don't think that was her original intention, but it still worked. Showboating to the crowd. And now Brutalite getting ready for a spear here. And oh, Lynn counters it into a DDT. Rare Fruit and Flitter really taking the fight to each other here. They haven't switched partners or nothing. You would figure Fruity would have wanted to get away from Flitter as soon as possible, but no. She's trying to hold her own. The only bad thing about this match is the possibility that referee in there is the one we know. And he's obviously not very trustworthy. EOI now starting to gain an advantage over these two. And Rare Fruit with the double knee drop. Showing off some acrobatical moves here. 1, 2. And Flitter kicks out. Snap suplex by Lynn onto Brutalite. As Rare Fruit trying to rake Flitter's eyes, and Flitter with a hard shot right to the solar plexus. Throws her in the corner there. Oh, and Flitter feeding headbutts right into Rare Fruit's face. And now strangling her in the corner there. And Lynn, by the looks of it, going for her finisher here. Hurricane Rana DDT on Brutalite. Got it right, like, perfect. but she's not capitalizing on it. She should have went for a cover. Fruity with a Hurricane Rana now. I think Lynn's expended most of her energy. She needs a few seconds to heal. She's finally got herself back up on her feet. I think she hit her finisher out of desperation. Now her and Brutalite are exchanging a little bit of a exchange of blows there. Lynn hitting every single one. And now Lynn, what is she doing? Oh! Okay, that I didn't expect to see out of her. I thought she, oh! Fruity! Okay, now that wasn't, I know it's no disqualification, but that was nothing to write home about. I saw that. Fruity, deliberately pulled the cunt punt onto Cynical Flitter and slaps her across the face. And obviously Flitter didn't like that. Uh-oh. Fruity getting a bit of an advantage here. Lynn tried to go for a finisher. Fruity got in the way and stopped her trajectory. And Fruity with the, oh my God. The kind of slingshot neck breaker. Lynn with a German suplex and interrupts the count. I got to give Lynn credit. She is really taking it to the next level in this match. Exchanging dance partners with Flitter as Lynn hits a wonderful Hurricane Rana and wow, Flitter with a lariat. 1, 2. Flitter hitting Brutalite with that lariat solid. And now Flitter getting ready to go for that submission hold of hers. And Brutalite's not going to be able to stop it because Lynn is making sure she is on the prowl with Brutalite. Grabs a hold of Rare Fruit, pulling her back into that submission. Look at the torque on that. And immediately Fruity had the know-how to get out of it, and Brutalite hitting Lynn with a spear out of nowhere, completely taking Lynn by surprise. And Lynn somehow gets up at 2 there. Lynn tanking a spear there, and oh, a Hurricane Rana attempt by Rare Fruit was countered into a power bomb. Uh-oh, is Lynn going to do that apron suplex? Picks her up, suplex into a Falcon Arrow. And Lynn trying to get the crowd behind her. She's really getting the crowd's attention. And oh, Fruity with her finishing maneuver. But she didn't finish, running into Lynn with that double knee strike. That might have been something that they could have regretted. Bulldog by Rare Fruit. And Lynn trying to fight back against Brutalite here. And again, Flitter's in trouble. Rare Fruit sparing no amount of energy to try to stop this so that they can get out of there. Flitter taking Fruity's signature move, those double knee strikes. And by the looks of it, we're back to where we still got the exchange partners, and oh my God, Flitter with a cross-armed neck breaker. And another neck breaker for her trouble, the double knee out of the corner by Lynn. And now Flitter, what is Flitter doing? Flitter, oh, there's that flipping DDT. She doesn't hit it often, but when she does, she makes it count. Brutalite is down. She might be completely out, and there's that lariat, almost taking Fruity's head off. And somehow Brutalite managed to get out of that flip over DDT. And Fruity's coming to after that lariat, but not very well. And Lynn again is going to try for that superplex. Picks her up and brings her right back in. Rare Fruit trying to take advantage of a weakened Flitter. And she's going to go up top again. Lynn trying to go for a kick there. Didn't work. Oh! Draping Fruity across the top rope there. Went for another Hurricane Run and it got countered. Fisherman suplex and holding it to the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out by Rare Fruit. Flitter moving back to the corner. Is she going to try that flip over DDT again? 1, 2, 3. Oh, and right after the bell for good measure. Flitter and Lynn have themselves another shot at the Bloody Symphony. Look at those headbutts. Solid shots. There's that Hurricane Rana DDT. And Flitter, I thought Flitter was done right there. That slingshot neck breaker thing. And there's that lariat that almost took Sparkake's head off. Flitter and Lynn have a date with destiny. They have another shot at the XPWL Women's Tag Team Championship. And these two deserve it. They earned it this time. I mean, they really earned it. They went in there, and I gotta tell you, I had my doubts. Flitter and Lynn, they didn't have a very strong showing right out of the front gates, but once the match started dragging on, Lynn and Flitter, they really, really put on a show tonight. Which brings us to our final match of the evening, the champion versus champion match that we were mentioning earlier. Our final match of the evening, our champion versus champion match. We have the international champion, Robro Man, taking on the world champion, Eric Anderson. Again, big congratulations to Lynn and Flitter. Like I said, they put on a show here. And while it was unsportsmanlike to pull that flipping DDT off after the ring bell had gone off, in Flitter's defense, and I will even say on this one, it may sound unfair to hit your finisher after the bell rang, but we already knew that she was going to hit it before the 3 count even hit. Why stop yourself because of a 3 count? Not only did she come out of that corner storming, she managed to not only grab Rare Fruit, dropped her dead on her head, and by the looks of it, Flitter took off with Rare Fruit's jacket. Well, for one, it would be a good idea to be on our Discord server. While I don't have the link in here, it's kind of hard to put the link down when I have to type everything on the PS4. But to be a competitor, I need some kind of a contract. I need to know their height, their weight, what they look like, so that I have something to go on as reference, and I need room on the roster. Right now, we're not taking any applications for new wrestlers, but at the same point, that doesn't necessarily mean that we're completely out of the question for offering contracts. As Rob makes his way out here with the International Championship around his waist, and we also know not long ago Rob was also in possession of the Super Heavyweight Championship, so you got to figure that might come into play, because he does outweigh Eric Anderson, but Anderson has a lot of muscle. There's a good chance that with the kind of strength he has, he'll be able to do it. Thank you, Cynical. Again, we'll accept contract. Accept contract requests, but whether or not you get in is, well, it can be a debatable thing. I'm not making any promises to people because I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings, and I certainly don't want people to feel like I'm being biased or selective about who I am, because let's face it, yes, I am. But remember that this is also my game, my company, my wrestling show. So please have the respect. That's all I ask. As now we get ready for this champion versus champion match. And of course, the one who stole Magic Mare's entrance here, and our current world champion. We just got word that Lynn and Cynical Flitter are actually in the backstage area, apparently taking selfies of themselves using Brutalite's hat and, of course, Fruity's jacket from earlier tonight when they made their entrances. Apparently Lynn and Flitter are rubbing in the victory. This will be it, and ladies and gentlemen, our main event of the evening. Here we go, match underway, and immediately Eric Anderson is going out of the ring and grabbing a chair. No, he's not. He unfolded them and left them over there. Anderson and Rob are going at it here, and oh, gorilla press right there on the floor. As Eric Anderson and Robro Man set to square off here. Oh! Using the table to their advantage and a nice DDT. They decided to keep this fight on the floor by the looks of it. Nope, Anderson moves back into the ring here. And Robro picking up Anderson in a fall-away slam, throwing him pretty much across the ring. I believe this is Anderson and Rob's first meeting, so this should be an interesting contest, to say the least. And back out to the floor we go with these two. Sticking close to the ring. Actually a little surprised. I figured they'd be all over the place. And Rob with a boot to the gut. As Rob gets thrown back into the ring, Anderson stalking him from behind, Rob grabbing a hold of his hand, just swatting it away and then headbutting him with that metal head of his. Anderson doing a pretty good job against Rob, to be honest. I expected it to be a little bit more in favor of Rob, but to be truthful, Eric wasn't doing that bad until he took that chop to the chest. Anderson trying to go for a DDT, and Rob counters it. Anderson in the inverted full Nelson slam, and he's already down. And, oh God, the claw slam! As Anderson lifted right up off the mat by his head. 1, 2. Wow, only a 2 count. And Rob right off the bat and arguing with the ref, saying that it was 3. Anderson came dangerously close to losing this match. And he's posing. As both Rob and Anderson exchanging blows here. Anderson picks up Rob onto his shoulder. And he's got the neck breaker. The neck breaker. The Canadian neck breaker off the top of his shoulder. And immediately Anderson's going for toys under the ring. And he's got himself a chair. Why didn't he just take it from the timekeeper's area? Tries to waffle Rob with it, but Rob knocks the chair out of his hands. And a headbutt right to the back of his head. Rob holding on. Oh, he went for a gorilla press slam. Anderson was able to counter it. Anderson throwing Rob out to the floor here. And Anderson, no way, he's a lot bigger. Oh, corner post, baseball slide. And again, we move back into the ring. Anderson going for a cover, 1, and only a 1 count. Anderson's going to have to try a little bit harder than that. And he's going for a shoulder claw here, trying to get Rob to submit, but I doubt he's going to get a robot to submit to a shoulder claw. Took his legs out from under him. Ref completely out of position here, and only a 1 count. And Rob again going back to the vertical offense. And we're going for another Canadian neck breaker again. And down. Rob's eaten 2 of those and not too far off from each other. 1, 2, and Rob kicks out again with a lot of authority. Anderson is measuring Rob. Is he going to try to knock him out? No, he's going for a gorilla press. And Rob counters. Inverted slam. There it is. Inverted full Nelson slam. He's going for a cover here. 1, 2. Anderson kicks out at 2. And again, Rob arguing with the official. And Rob headbutting the turnbuckle. He's mad. I think he was pretty sure he had a 3 there. He's grabbing, torture rack. And spins into a power bomb. Not bad. 1, 2. And again, Anderson kicks out. Oh no, claw slam again. And Rob drops him. Going for another one. 1, 2. And again, Anderson kicks out. Rob's actually a little surprised here. Rob almost landing on that steel chair. 1, 2, and a hard kick out at 2. As Anderson again trying to score some kind of advantage here. And oh no, DDT. And again, Anderson showboating. Anderson with a clothesline. Waiting for him. Back body drop. And then, spine buster. Anderson's trying to get a second wind here. He's going for that neck breaker again. And down. And another cover. 1, 2. And again, Rob kicks out. A lot less authority on that kick out this time, though. Anderson trying to get Rob to a vertical base here. And he's going to get it after all. And Rob with a hard right hand right to Eric's face. Stepping on top of him. That's a lot of weight. Oh man, there's that forearm. Anderson hit that forearm. This is how he won the world title. He completely hit it out of nowhere and he knocked Rob out. He knocked Rob out and got a 3 count. If you guys had any doubts in your head whether or not Anderson is a title contender, please let that sneaking hard forearm that he managed to get at the end of the match completely out of nowhere, completely caught Rob off guard and just knocked him out. And how often is it that one man's forearm can knock out a robot? I mean, no word of a lie. We were not expecting to see that. There's that power bomb. So the world champion is victorious over the international champion. What a match. Like I said, if anyone had any doubts in their head about Eric Anderson as a title contender, just watch this match and tell me that. Again, the last second of the match, he got a lucky forearm shot in, and that's what won him the world championship to begin with. And then on top of that, he knocks out a robot with that forearm. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for having us in your home tonight. If you enjoyed the program, please like, share, and subscribe, and tell your friends about the Extreme Battlefield. We would love to get some new viewers. Young, old, don't matter. Just to tell you, though, it's a not safe for work kind of wrestling show, so maybe not the little kiddies. Other than that, though, please enjoy your evening, have a happy Halloween, and thank you again for joining us for XPWL Wednesday Night Whirlwind. Please tune in on Saturday for Saturday Night Slam Masters, and we'll hopefully see you then.